You're drifting off with WSLP AM, Big Rapids.
The Northwoods Baseball Radio Network presents Sleep Radio. Tonight, from Evermore Field in Baraboo, Wisconsin, it's the Baraboo Bombers hosting the Tomah Tigers of Tomah, Wisconsin. And now your host, Wally McCarthy.
Good evening, friends. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you, this time from beautiful Evermore Field in Baraboo, Wisconsin. It is a perfect night for a ball game, 72 degrees at game time with a mild breeze blowing out. Evermore Field is, of course, named after local legend Dr. Evermore. And next time you find yourself in this part of the world, we encourage you to visit his Forevertron. The Forevertron is the largest scrap metal sculpture in the world, and it's just down the road from here on Highway 12. This evening, as the Baraboo Bombers host the Tomah Tigers, we may be in for a pitcher's duel as the league's best starters face off against each other. For the Tomah Tigers, the sensational Hiroki Nomo. Nomo enters tonight's contest with a record of 6-1 and a microscopic 1.84 ERA. For the Baraboo Bombers, left-handed starter Rick Stetson will take the mound. Stetson has been nearly unhittable of late. He took a no-hitter into the 7th inning against the Manistee Eagles in his last outing. His record is 5-2 with a 2.42 ERA. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Tomah Tigers. Leading off, center fielder Schmitty Diaz. Batting second, second baseman Vaughn Kramer. Batting third, right fielder Bruford Kosinski. Left fielder Prudence Jefferson will bat cleanup. First baseman Ernesto Stern will bat fifth. Batting sixth, playing third base, Bert Sessions. Catcher Clifton Santiago will bat seventh. Shortstop Sharky Bush will bat eighth. And starting pitcher Hiroki Nomo will bat ninth. As mentioned, Rick Stetson is the starting pitcher for the Baraboo Bombers this evening. His battery mate is catcher Buzz Norton. And defensively for Baraboo, Manny Del Greco is at first. Blaze Winterbottom is playing second base. Dieter Gomez is at third base. Tiny Howell will play shortstop. Joe Bill Silver is playing left field this evening. Silver back in the lineup after stepping on a bee. Bugs Yamaguchi is in center field. And Buddy Lamont rounds things out in right field. And the Bombers mascot, Baraboo Bob, is getting the crowd excited for tonight's outing with his usual antics. If you're unfamiliar with Baraboo Bob, he looks almost exactly like the Expos mascot of old, Youppi. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there's an intellectual property dispute happening in the Bombers' front office as we speak. And crew chief Sean Whitman has hollered play ball, and we are underway here in Baraboo. And Schmitty Diaz will step in to face Rick Stetson. And the pitch. And that misses low for ball one. The 1-0. And that's fly to right field. Lamont is after it. And he makes the catch for out number one. One out, nobody on for Vaughn Kramer. And the pitch. And that misses outside for ball one. The 1-0. Chopped foul, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball inside, it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled back and out of play, count even at 2-2. The 2-2. That's dribbled foul down the first base line, and we'll do it again. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Two outs, nobody on for Bruford Kosinski. And the pitch. And that's in there for a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. That's low and outside for ball one. The 1-2 pitch, and that's lined into left field. Silver's there, and he makes the catch to end the inning. No score here in Baraboo. We'll be back with the bottom of the first in a moment, here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
And welcome back here with us at Evermore Field in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil, as always, bringing you all the lazy action. No score as we begin the bottom of the first inning. And Blaze Winterbottom will step in to face Hiroki Nomo. And Nomo's pitch. That misses outside, ball one. The 1-0. And that's belted into the gap in left field, and that will drop in for a base hit. That's a leadoff single for Blaze Winterbottom. Runner on first, nobody out for Bugs Yamaguchi. And the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. Nomo's fastball is doing its thing this evening. The 1-0. And that misses low. It's 1-1. And here comes the 1-1. And the runner goes. And they've got Winterbottom in a rundown. And he's going to be tagged out by first baseman Ernesto Stern. One out now, the count 1-1 to Yamaguchi. And the pitch to Yamaguchi. And that's a fastball inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. And that's high for ball 3. The 3-1. Chopped foul, full count. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 outs, nobody aboard for Dieter Gomez. And the pitch. And that's gulped into left field. Jefferson is after it. And he makes the catch in foul territory to end the inning. No score here in Baraboo after the first inning. And we'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello. This is Winston T. Winston, President of WSLP. I would like to cordially invite you to WSLP Circus Days at the Carpetland parking lot on Colfax. Look for the large circus tent and the clowns making balloon sculptures. Balloons provided by Mr. King's Party Goods. There will be hot dogs and chips and snow cones and cotton candy, blue and pink flavors. Please join me, Winston T. Winston, Wally McCarthy, and Blink Rederson, and other special guests to be announced at WSLP Circus Days at the Carpetland parking lot on Colfax this weekend. Thank you.
And welcome back to Evermore Park in beautiful Baraboo, Wisconsin. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. No score as we enter the top of the second, and Prudence Jefferson will step in to face Rick Stetson. And the pitch. And that's called a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. That's outside, it's 1-1. The pitch. And that's popped up right side. And that will knuckle out of play into the stands. It's 1-2. The 1-2. And that just misses on the outside corner. It's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled back, and we'll do it again. The pitch. And that's lined right into the glove of third baseman Gomez for out number 1. 1 out, nobody on for Ernesto Stern. And the pitch. That misses low, ball 1. The 1-0. Low again, it's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Chopped foul, it's 2-1. The 2-1. And that's a dribbler up the middle. Winterbottom has it and shovels to first in time for the out. 2 outs, nobody on for Bert Sessions. And the pitch. And that misses outside for ball 1. The 1-0. And that one runs inside, ball 2. Sessions dances out of the way on that one. The 2-0. And that's low for ball 3, and Stetson falls behind 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. And that misses low, and that's a 2-out walk for Bert Sessions. 2 outs, 1 on for Clifton Santiago. And the pitch. And that's outside for ball 1. The 1-0. That's a fastball called a strike. It's 1-1. And Stetson will toss over to first to check on Sessions, and he's back safely. The 1-1 pitch. And that's inside. It's 2-1. The 2-1. And that one misses high, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Fouled back, full count. And the payoff pitch. And that's called a strike on the inside corner to end the inning. No score after 1.5 here in Baraboo. And we'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hey kids, this is Blink Rederson. I'm here at Ted's Fishing World, and I just want to say they've got some great deals for people that like to fish or wish they could fish. They have reels, and they have lures, and they have bait. RLB. They call it. You can get the RLB specials 25% off if you mention my name, Blink Rederson. Ted's Fishing World. If fishing's in your head, trust Ted. Ted.
And welcome back to Evermore Park here in Baraboo, Wisconsin. No score as we begin the bottom of the second inning, and Buddy Lamont will step in to face Hiroki Nomo. And the pitch. Fouled back and out of play for strike one. The 0-1. Fouled back again, and he falls behind 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. That misses high, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Chopped foul down the first base line and out of play, and we'll do it again. The pitch. And that misses outside, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Outside again, full count. And the payoff pitch. And that's flied into right field. Kaczynski running after it. And he has it for the first out. 1 out. Nobody on for Manny Del Greco. And the pitch. And that's called a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Fouled back and out of play, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 outs now, nobody on for Buzz Norton. And the pitch. And that's high for ball 1. The 1-0. And that's a bouncer that gets past Bush. And that's going to be a 2-out single for Buzz Norton. 2 outs. Man on first for Joe Bill Silver. And the pitch. And that's in there for a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Fouled back and out of play, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. And that misses high, it's 1-2. The 1-2. And now Silver will call time. And the pitch. Popped into short right field. Kozinski giving chase. And he has it for out number 3. Still scoreless here in Baraboo at the end of 2 innings. And we'll be back with the 3rd inning in a moment, here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello. You know me. This is Ed Uncle Hat. My good friends at Ed Horn's House of Sleep asked me to drop by and talk to you a minute about their mattresses and other sleep-related items. Beds, headboards, nightcaps, and essential oils. They just added the essential oils last week. Ed Orn's wife, Beatrice, got over there, and she's really into the essential oils. She makes her own. They have a few little tubs out back. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Ed Orn's House of Sleep. You don't need to count your sheep if you go to Ed Orn's House of Sleep. Ed Orn.
And welcome back to Evermore Field in Baraboo. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil reporting. We are scoreless as we enter the top of the 3rd inning. and Sharky Bush will lead off against Rick Stetson. And the pitch. And that misses inside, ball one. The 1-0. Just inside for ball two. The 2-0 pitch. Chopped foul past third. It's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. 2-2. And the 2-2. And that's popped into left field. Silver is after it. Long run. And he has it in foul territory for out number one. One out, nobody on for Hiroki Noma. And the pitch. That's inside for ball one. The 1-0. And that's popped up shallow. Howell is camped under it, and he has it for out number two. 2 outs, nobody on for the top of the Tigers' order, Schmitty Diaz. Diaz flied out in the first inning. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. The 0-1. And that's in there for strike two. The 0-2 pitch, and that's low for a ball. It's 1-2. The 1-2, fouled off and out of play, still 1-2. And the pitch. And that's a lazy pop fly to center. Yamaguchi is there, and he has it to end the inning. We are still scoreless through 2.5, and we'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
And welcome back to Evermore Park in Baraboo. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. No score as we begin the bottom of the third, and Tiny Howell will lead off to face Hiroki Nomo. And the pitch. And that's a fastball called a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Fouled back, it's 1-1. The 1-1. That's a grounder to first. Stern has it and steps on the bag for the first out. 1 out, nobody on for the pitcher's spot, Rick Stetson. And the pitch. And that misses outside, ball 1. The 1-0. And that's high, and it's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, and that bounces in the dirt for ball 3, and Nomo falls behind 3-0. The 3-0, and that's in there for a called strike. Stetson taking all the way there. The 3-1. And that's high for ball 4, and Stetson's got a 1-out walk. And Blaze Winterbottom will step in at the top of the Baraboo order. 1 out, runner on first. And the pitch. That's outside for ball 1. The 1-0. And that's low for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a called strike, 2-1. The 2-1. And Nomo will toss over to first to keep Stetson honest. And the pitch. Ground ball, tough play for Bush. He flips to second to get Stetson. No chance to turn a double play on that one, and Winterbottom is on first. 2 outs now, man on first for Bugs Yamaguchi. And the pitch. And that's outside for ball 1. The 1-0. And Yamaguchi crushes that one foul, just barely foul. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And that's high for ball 2. The 2-1. And that's popped way up. Knuckling foul and into the stands, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Chopped foul down the first base line, and we'll do it again. And the pitch. And that misses just outside for ball 3. Full count. And the payoff pitch. And that misses inside for ball 4, and Yamaguchi will hustle down to first. 2 outs, runners on first and second for Dieter Gomez. And the pitch. And that's upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. And that's in there for a called strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Popped up left side. Sessions will have room in foul territory, and he makes the catch to end the inning. Baraboo strands a pair, and we're still scoreless after 3. And we'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello, you know me. This is Ed, Uncle Hat. I just wanted to let you know that I'm not just the ad man here on WSLP. I'm also the narrator on a podcast called Time to Lean, and here's a song. John and Phil talk a bit, have a beverage, and then write an original song about something they talked about. It's quite a bit different than the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network, but you might get a kick out of it. Why don't you give it a listen? Thank you kindly for your consideration.
And welcome back to Baraboo and Evermore Field. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil reporting. No score here as we begin the top of the fourth inning, and Vaughn Kramer will step in to face Rick Stetson. Kramer struck out in the second inning. And the pitch. And that's outside for ball one. The 1-0. That's a chopper to third. Gomez scoops it up and fires to first in time to retire Kramer for out number one. Base is empty. One out for Bruford Kosinski. And the pitch. That misses low, ball one. The 1-0. Chopped foul and out of play. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike three. 2 outs, nobody on for Prudence Jefferson. And the pitch. And that's outside for ball one. The 1-0. That's popped into center. Yamaguchi is camped under it. And he has it for out number three. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Stetson as he gets through the heart of the Tigers' order. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
I'm Giovanni Gasparo for Mr. King's Party Goods. We're the only one in the Queen City area with a helium. How else you going to float a balloon without a helium? That's what I say. Go over to Mr. King's Party Goods. Tell him that Giovanni Gasparo sent him. What a lift. Mr. King's Party Goods.
Welcome back with us here at Evermore Field. No score as we enter the bottom of the fourth. And Buddy Lamont will step in to face Hiroki Nomo. Nomo's pitch. And that's popped into short right field. Kosinski coming in. And he has it for out number one. One pitch, one out, bases empty for Manny Del Greco. He struck out in the second inning. And the pitch. Fly ball foul, 0-1. The 0-1. And that misses outside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Bush has it and fires to first in time to retire Del Greco. 2 outs, nobody on for Buzz Norton. And the pitch. Way inside, that buzzes his tower and he dances out of the way, 1-0. The 1-0. Chopped foul and out of play, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Hiroki Nomo. No hits, no runs, no errors, and no score at the end of 4 here in Baraboo. We'll be back with the 5th inning, here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello. You know me. This is Ed, Uncle Hat. The good folks over there at Big Tom's Shoe Repair and Gelato asked me to drop by and say a few words for them. Big Tom's been in shoe repair since he was knee-high to a locust, and his wife, whose name escapes me, has been in the gelato business for several days now. Why don't you stop by over there to Big Tom's Shoe Repair and Gelato and get your shoes repaired? If you're like me, you've put up quite a few miles in on those shoes. Why don't you get a nice cup of pistachio while you're there? And tell Big Tom that Ed Uncle Hat said hi and don't kick him. Thanks for listening.
And welcome back to Evermore Field in Baraboo, Wisconsin. It is still a perfect night for a ball game, and we're having something of a pitcher's duel this evening. It's a scoreless game as we enter the fifth, and Ernesto Stern will step in to face Rick Stetson. Stern grounded out in the second inning. And the pitch. And that's low for ball one. The 1-0. That's called a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That's a hopper to third. Gomez has it and fires to first in time to retire Stern. One out, nobody on for Bert Sessions. Sessions walked in the second inning. And the pitch. That's fouled back and out of play, 0-1. The 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. And that misses outside, it's 1-2. The 1-2, and that just misses outside, count even at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, ground ball left side, and that will squeak past a diving Winterbottom for a one-out single. Runner on first, one out for Clifton Santiago. Santiago struck out looking in the second inning. And the pitch. And that misses outside, 1-0. The 1-0, and that's low for ball two. The 2-0, and that's popped into deep left center. Yamaguchi is calling for it, and he has it for out number two. And now Bert Sessions is getting into it with Baraboo Bob at first base. Baraboo Bob is clowning him. And it appears there's going to be something of a scuffle as the Tomah bench clears. And now the Baraboo bench clears, stepping in to protect Baraboo Bob. This is why we can't have nice things. Let's take a station ID while things get calmed down.
You're drifting off. with WSLP AM, Big Rapids.
Okay, order appears to have been restored here at Evermore Field, but Baraboo Bob has been tossed from the game by umpire Sean Whitman. 2 down, runner on first for Sharky Bush. And the pitch. That misses outside, 1-0. The 1-0. And Stetson will chase Sessions back to first. The pitch. That's in there for a called strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Called a strike, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And that misses outside for ball 2. The 2-2. Ground ball smashed to first. Del Greco scoops it up and steps on the bag to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Still scoreless here in Baraboo after 4.5. And we'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
And welcome back to Evermore Field here in Baraboo. No score as we enter the bottom half of the 5th inning, and Joe Bill Silver will step in to face Hiroki Nomo. And the pitch. That's called a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. That's fouled back and out of play, 0-2. And the 0-2. And that's hit in the air, right center field. Kozinski coming in. And he has it for out number 1. And Tiny Howell will step into the box. The pitch. And he looks at ball 1. The 1-0. And that's high for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. And that one misses outside, and Nomo falls behind 3-0. The pitch. That's low, and Tiny Howell walks on 4 straight pitches. Runner on first, 1 out for pitcher Rick Stetson. Stetson walked in the 3rd inning. The pitch. Stetson squares up to bunt, but that's low for ball 1. The 1-0. Low again, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. And that's bunted right in front of the plate. Santiago grabs it and fires to first to retire Stetson, but Howell will advance safely to second. Two outs. Runner on second for the top of the Baraboo order, Blaze Winterbottom. And the pitch. And that's smacked into center field. And that drops in for a hit. And Howell will come in to score from second. Baraboo breaks the ice in the bottom of the 5th off that RBI single by Blaze Winterbottom. And it's a 1-0 game. And Bugs Yamaguchi will step in with 2 outs in the inning. The pitch. That misses low, 1-0. The 1-0. Down again for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. And Yamaguchi takes a wild hack at that one. It's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. The 2-2. And that misses outside, full count. The payoff pitch. Rolled towards short. Bush picks it up and fires to first in time to retire Yamaguchi to end the inning. But Baraboo gets on the board thanks to Winterbottom's RBI single, and it's a 1-0 game. We'll be back with the 6th inning, here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello, this is Ed Uncle Hat for Ed Horton's House of Sleep. Ed called me up the other day to help get the word out for his going out for business sale. Seems Ed fell asleep at the wheel there, and the pole barn is stacked to the rafters with mattresses, headboards, lamps, these new gummies they got there behind the counter. They're supposed to help you sleep. I tried one the other day, and I slept like a baby. I woke up every 3 hours. That's an old joke. Actually, I slept for a day and a half, but that's neither here nor there. They don't have essential oils at the moment because of the mishap, but Beatrice is fine. Anyway, come on down to Ed Horton's House of Sleep. You don't need to count your sheep if you go to Ed Horton's House of Sleep.
And welcome back to Evermore Field here in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. As we enter the 6th inning, Baraboo leads 1-0. And Rick Stetson is pitching a gem, working on a 1-hit shutout. And Hiroki Nomo will step in to bat for the Tigers. It is always a treat to see the two best pitchers in the league face off. And Stetson's pitch. That's outside for ball 1. The 1-0. That's called a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. The 1-2. That's a broken bat dribbler to short. Howell picks it up and fires to first in time to retire Nomo. One out, nobody on for the top of the Tigers order, Schmitty Diaz. And the pitch. And that's high for ball 1. The 1-0. High and outside, it's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. And that's chopped right back to Stetson, who shovels to first in time to retire Diaz. 2 outs, bases empty for Vaughn Kramer. And the pitch. That's in there for strike 1. The 0-1. That misses outside. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Misses high. It's 2-1. And the 2-1. That's chopped foul and out of play. It's 2-2. The 2-2. Chopped to short. Howell has it and fires to first in time to end the inning. And another 1-2-3 inning for Stetson. 1-0 Baraboo after 5.5. And we'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is Giovanni Gasparo. When I was a kid, we did all kinds of crazy things, like to stand on our heads and eat a cracker. Later, some of my friends had turned to their drugs, and all kinds of things happened to them. This has been Giovanni Gasparo with the PSA for WSLP.
And welcome back with us here at Evermore Field in beautiful Baraboo, Wisconsin. Bottom of the 6th inning. Baraboo leads 1-0, and Dieter Gomez will lead things off for the Bombers. Nomo's pitch, and that bounces in front of the plate, ball 1. The 1-0, and that misses outside. It's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch, and that's flied into deep right field. And that's going to drop in and roll all the way to the corner. Gomez heading for second. And that's going to be a leadoff double for Dieter Gomez. No outs, runner on second for Buddy Lamont. And the pitch. And that's high for ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Grounded to short. And Gomez is in no man's land between second and third. And he's going to be tagged out heading back to second. Lamont reaches first safely. That's a bad break for Baraboo. Runner on first. 1 out for Manny Del Greco. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-1. The 0-1. That's a tapper to the left side. Sessions has it and tosses across to first in time to retire Del Greco. Lamont is safe at second base. 2 outs, runner on second for Buzz Norton. Norton has a single and a strikeout thus far this evening. And the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. 0-1. The 0-1. That's a chopper right side. Kramer has it and shovels to first to retire Norton to end the inning. With 6 in the books here at Evermore Field, Baraboo leads 1-0. We'll be back with the 7th inning here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hi, this is Blink Redderson for Ted's Fishing World. Are you looking for a date night idea for you and the missus or a special person in your life? Try Ted's Alluring Night Out. Learn to make your own lures that you can use when you go fishing with your catch. Ted's Fishing World. If fishing's in your head, trust Ted.
And welcome back to Evermore Field here in Baraboo. It's a 1-0 game as we begin the 7th inning, Baraboo leading. And Bruford Kosinski will step in against Rick Stetson. Stetson working on a 1-hit shutout this evening. And the pitch. And that misses outside for ball one. The 1-0. And that's driven into the gap in center left. Nobody there. And Kosinski is going to dig for second. And that's a leadoff stand-up double for Bruford Kosinski. Nobody out. Runner on second for Prudence Jefferson. And the pitch. Chopped foul, 0-1. The 0-1. That misses outside. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And that's low for ball 2. The 2-1. And that's fouled back and out of play, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And that's a fastball called a strike for out number 1. 1 out. Runner on second for Ernesto Stern. Stern has grounded out twice this evening. And the pitch. Sharply hit left field. And that's a base hit for Ernesto Stern. Kosinski advances to third. Runners on the corners, 1 out for Bert Sessions. Sessions has walked and singled this evening. And the pitch. And that's low for ball 1. The 1-0. Chopped to third. Gomez to Winterbottom to Del Greco. Around the horn for a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. And Stetson gets out of a jam. Baraboo leads 1-0 after 6½. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
Welcome back to Evermore Field in Baraboo. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. bottom half of the seventh, Baraboo leading 1-0. And Joe Bill Silver will step in against Hiroki Nomo. Silver has flied out twice this evening. And the pitch. That's called a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled back, it's 0-2. The 0-2. That's chopped down the first base line. We'll do it again. The pitch. That misses outside for ball 1. The 1-2. Skied foul and out of play. Will do it again. And the pitch. Fouled back again. Silver is battling up there. And the pitch. And that runs inside. It's 2-2. The 2-2. And that's flied to right. Kosinski is there, and he makes the catch for out number 1. One out, nobody on for Tiny Howell. Howell drew a base on balls and scored the game's only run in the 5th inning. And the pitch. And that's looped into shallow left. And nobody's going to get there, and that's a 1-out single for Tiny Howell. Runner on first, 1 out for Rick Stetson. Stetson drew a walk in the 3rd inning. And the pitch. And instead, Nomo fires to first to see about Howell. The pitch. That misses low for ball 1. The 1-0. Low again, ball 2. The 2-0. And that's in the dirt, and Nomo falls behind 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. 3-1. The 3-1. Bunted in front of the plate. Nomo scoops it up and shovels to first to retire Stetson. But Howell will advance safely to second base. 2 outs. Runner on second for the top of the Baraboo order, Blaze Winterbottom. Winterbottom has a couple of singles this evening. And the pitch. That's fouled back and out of play. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. 0-2. The 0-2. Chopped foul, and we'll do it again. The pitch. That misses high. 1-2. The 1-2. That's down and in. It's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And that misses low. Full count. The payoff pitch. Grounded foul, and we'll do it again. The pitch. Swung on and missed to end the inning. And at the end of 7, it remains Baraboo 1, Tomah 0. We'll be back with the 8th inning in a moment, here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
$10.3 AV. Specializing in Betamax and multi-regional DVD. The only such service in the Quint City area. $10.3 AV.
And welcome back to Evermore Field here in Baraboo, Wisconsin. As we begin the top of the 8th inning, Baraboo leads 1-0, and Clifton Santiago will step in to face Rick Stetson. Santiago has struck out and flied out this evening. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. The 0-1. And that misses outside. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That's low for ball 2. The 2-1. Fouled off and out of play, count even at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on that inside fastball, and Santiago is down on strikes. 1 out, nobody on for Sharky Bush. And the pitch. And that's lifted to right field. Lamont is there, and he makes the catch for out number 2. 2 outs, bases empty for Hiroki Nomo, who will bat for himself and apparently stay in the game. The pitch. That misses outside, 1-0. The 1-0. And that's low for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a called strike, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled off and out of play, count even at 2-2. The 2-2. Chopped foul, and we'll do it again. And the pitch. And that's called a strike to end the inning. That's 6 strikeouts now for Stetson thus far. And at the end of 7.5, Baraboo leads 1-0. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello. This is Winston T. Winston, President of WSLP. I would like to cordially invite you to WSLP Circus Days at the Carpetland parking lot on Colfax. Look for the large circus tent and the clowns making balloon sculptures. Balloons provided by Mr. King's Party Goods. There will be hot dogs and chips and snow cones and cotton candy, blue and pink flavors. Please join me, Winston T. Winston, Waller McCarthy, and Blink Redderson, and other special guests to be announced at WSLP Circus Days at the Carpetland parking lot on Colfax this weekend. Thank you.
And welcome back with us here at Evermore Field in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Bottom of the eighth, Baraboo leads 1-0, and Bugs Yamaguchi will step in against Hiroki Nomo. And the pitch. That's fouled back, 0-1. Deal 1. That's in there for a called strike, 0-2. The 0-2. And that's a hit that will drop into left center. Yamaguchi is going to go for 2. And he'll beat the throw and has himself a leadoff double. Runner on second, nobody out for Dieter Gomez. Gomez had a double in the 6th inning. And the pitch. Hit in the air to left. Jefferson is on the run. And he makes the catch on the warning track for out number 1. 1 out, runner on second for Buddy Lamont. The pitch. That's in there for a called strike, 0-1. The 0-1. Chopped foul and out of play, it's 0-2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 outs, runner on second, 1-0 Baraboo. And Manny Del Greco will step in. The pitch. That's in there for strike 1. The 0-1. That misses outside, it's 1-1. The 1-1. That runs inside, it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, and that's belted to right field. Kosinski is after it, and he makes the catch in foul territory to end the inning. With 8 innings in the books, Baraboo leads 1-0, and we'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello, this is Ed Uncle Hat for Ed Horton's House of Sleep. Ed called me up the other day to help get the word out for his going out for business sale. seems Ed fell asleep at the wheel there, and the pole barn is stacked to the rafters with mattresses, headboards, lamps, these new gummies they got there behind the counter. They're supposed to help you sleep. I tried one the other day, and I slept like a baby. I woke up every 3 hours. That's an old joke. Actually, I slept for a day and a half, but that's neither here nor there. They don't have essential oils at the moment because of the mishap, but Beatrice is fine. Anyway, come on down to Ed Horn's house to sleep. You don't need to count your sheep if you go to Ed Horn's house to sleep. Ed Horn.
And welcome back with us. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. Top of the 9th inning here at Evermore Field. Baraboo leads 1-0. And Rick Stetson gets a nice round of applause as he takes the mound to try to put this one to bed. Top of the Tomah order due up, Schmitty Diaz. And the pitch. That misses outside, 1-0. The 1-0. Chopped foul and out of play. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Just outside. It's 2-1. The 2-1. Straightaway center. Yamaguchi racing in, and he makes a spectacular diving catch for the out. One away, nobody aboard for Vaughn Kramer. The pitch. That's outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Outside again, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. And that misses low, and Stetson falls behind 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. 3-1. The 3-1. Fouled back, full count. And the payoff pitch. Fly ball right side, Lamont going back. And he has it for out number 2. And the Tomah Tigers are down to their final chance here in the ninth. 2 outs, nobody on for Bruford Kosinski. And the pitch. That's in there for strike 1. The 0-1. That misses outside. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Chopped foul down the third base line. Will do it again. And the pitch. And that's in the dirt for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Rick Stetson pitches a complete game shutout for the hometown crowd here at Evermore Field. He allowed only 3 hits, struck out 7, and issued a single walk. So the Bombers take this one 1-0. And we'll be back with the post-game show here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.